Hi friends, welcome to a short little hippie funky flow. We should be about 30 minutes or so, but as always with these shorter classes, if you need longer warm-ups or a longer cool down, feel free to customize this for your own liking. These are just designed to kind of kerplunk when you have just a little bit of time but want to get moving in your body. So with that being said, 2 blocks could be helpful. We'll be doing a fun little transition that they are useful with. But you can also use some books and stuff if you have those around. Other than that, you don't need anything else but yourself and your practice space. So gather the things that you think you need and join me when you are ready. If you are ready, let's get started. Let's come to a tabletop pose. And immediately, just start to identify your hands onto the ground. And we'll be doing our meditation here. And I want you to connect your breath as you look at your hands. And the only thing that you really need to shift or change is the way that you connect your hands to the ground, but maybe there is no visual difference. So just be here. Stack your bones on top of your bones, and you can even allow things to kind of relax. And try to resist any kind of big movements like cat-cow. We will get there. This is more of a meditation about grounding into self. Start to deepen the quality of your breath, thickening and drawing the inhales in a little bit deeper and exhaling the breath with a little bit more mindful awareness. As we talk about this even breath, we're also talking about how quickly we start the initial inhale and how quickly we start the initial exhale. Can we create that level of effort evenly throughout both inhale and exhale? Look at your right hand, look at your right pointer finger, middle finger, ring and pinky, thumb into the palm, into the wrist. Look at how it is spread onto the floor, and maybe start to shift the weight just gently a little bit more far forward. And can you create another level of engagement of maybe pressing your pointer finger mound into the ground, or some other part of your palm that may not be identified. Shift your gaze over towards your left hand. Try not to move too much. Look at your pointer finger, middle, ring, and pinky. Thumb, entirety of the palm, the wrinkles around your wrist. Press down somewhere that maybe is losing connection. Come back to your breath. Take an inhale here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, inhale, drop the saddle of the back, cow pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, exhale to cat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, inhale for cow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, exhale for cat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Break away, start to utilize your breath, pulling the inhales and the exhales, Continual movement through cat-cow. And you can get a little funky here if you want to kind of send the bones up and back, making a big soupy roll with the body. Shift the weight into your hands. Start to make sure that you're kind of getting that connection of your hands onto the floor. And if you need to linger a little bit extra here, please feel free to do so. Claw the earth with your fingertips. When you're ready, tuck your toes. Glide your sit bones up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale to the height of the toes. Ripple the spine forward into a plank pose. Exhale, bend the knees, sit bones glide back in space. Downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale to the height of the toes, roll forward, be mindful. Hover the knees, glide the sit bones back. Exhale. Inhale, height of the toes, ripple forward. Knees bend, glide it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, tabletop pose. Walk your hands out just a little bit, and if you have your blocks, fantastic. Take your hands on top of your blocks. Pull your right knee towards your right tricep, give it a nice tap touch, and then take your right foot in front of your left knee into a figure 4. If you need to create a little bit of extra space, take your left knee outside of your right foot, and you can come to level 3 with your blocks to help prop yourself up. If you have a little bit more space today, then you can take your left knee behind your right ankle and just start to wag your tail up and down towards the space behind you. Sending your sit bones back in space, and it's okay if your weight is kind of getting poured more towards the right or more towards the left. That's natural. Tense your fingertips. Lift away, and then take your left hand to the back of your sacrum and just start to work your torso up and down, working more of a straightening effect through the spine and the hips going back in space. When you get to a depth that seems interesting for you, yet challenging, start to kind of grip around your right hip, and maybe your right hand comes to your sacrum. Flirt here, maybe going up and down, just kind of challenging the engagement around that space. And then find a place that seems accessible, that you can kind of be in that challenge, and breathe. Take another breath in. When you're ready, hands will come. You can remove your blocks off to the side here just for a second. Take your hands onto the floor and stretch your left leg back behind you. Tense your right fingertips and just curl over towards the right, a little lazy Anantanasana, and just give your right knee a hug. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, big stretch with the right side body. Kind of do a yawn Vashisthasana, like, good morning, okay. Right hand finds the ground, right knee finds the ground. Tabletop pose, lift the left leg, bend the knee, lead with the chin, little chin stand prep. Pull back up into a tabletop pose. Inhale, drop the cow. And then exhale, drop to cat. Inhale, back to neutral. Come back to your blocks. And let's come to the other side. Take a big inhale. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Give it a nice tap touch. And then here, create that figure 4 action. And each side's going to be a little different. So if we need a little bit more space, feel free to take it by taking the right knee out to the outside of your toes. And with this, just kind of play with wagging with the tail and seeing where your range of motion is right now in your practice. Not what it could be, not where it was yesterday, just where it is right now. When you're ready, go ahead and start to tense your fingertips. Right hand comes to your back of your sacrum. Think about this more of a lengthening through your tailbone to your crown. And then start to drive the left knee down into the ground and feel like, again, a gripping around the left hip. That's going to help to stabilize you in space. If you'd like to flirt, you can bring your left hand to your sacrum as well. And again, find that place of where it feels like a challenge, like, ooh, I might fall forward. We got our blocks. We're cool. And when you get there, just kind of breathe into that space. Maybe you sink in a little bit more. Great. Come up. Remove your blocks off to the side. Take your right toes back behind you. Rotate over towards the left and just give your left knee a little hug, nice squeeze. When you're ready, you can release that real soft movement, lift up through the hips, yawn the left body, side body open. Left hand finds the ground, left shin bone finds the ground. Lean the weight forward, lift the right leg, squeeze the glutes, chin drops. Right knee towards the ground, inhale, find cow. Exhale, find cat. Inhale, find cow. One more cat. Takes us back to a tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, glide your sit bones up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale to the height of the toes, roll forward, plank pose. Lower the knees and the chest and the chin to hover. Take an inhale here, so Ashtanga Namaskar. And then big exhale, dome and round, think cat. Keep everything as is. Look back at your hips and watch them curl back down towards the ground. Let's try this 2 more times. Push back up into a supported plank. Flick tailbone up, lower knees and chest and chin. Take a big inhale. Exhale for protraction. Look back at your hips and lower down like a wave coming to the shore. 1 more time, supported plank. Flick the tailbone up, lower the sternum and the chin. Take a big inhale. Exhale, push back, lower hips all the way down towards the ground. Tempt your fingertips like mountain peaks, tops of the feet press. Some funky cobra rolls, dropping the right shoulder and the left shoulder. Great. Lower down onto the ground. Press the tops of your feet down. Take your hands to the back of your head. Make a little diamond football shape. Squeeze everything together. Lift head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. Lift your hands away from your head, but your head is still chasing your hands, and your elbow tips are reaching towards the sky. Stretch your arms back behind you, fingertips towards your toes, and pinky tips glide towards one another. Come back into our little football shape. Try to keep the elbows lifted the whole time. And then reach it back, fingertips towards your toes, and then your pinkies glide towards one another. 1 more time, come back, hands to the back of the head, lift through the elbows. Great, final time here. Reach it back, pinky tips towards one another, lift a little bit higher. Can you take another breath and squeeze your leg muscles and pull your toes back, or put your fingertips towards your toes? Keeping this lift, hands find the low ribs, tops of the feet press right into an upward facing dog. Keep a soft bend in through the elbows, pull the navel towards the spine. Take a big inhale. And an exhale, fold back into our downward facing dog. Take a second here to take a nice breath and ground into your feet, into your hands. Inhale to the height of the toes. Plug the left leg bone into your system and then take it away from self, pressing the outer edge of the left foot up towards the sky. We're walking forward with these abduction steps, so the left toes are going to come forward. Keep the gas pedal, keep the left heel pulling away, and then flex the right foot towards your kneecap. Send it away from self, and then come forward and keep going back and forth. You'll notice that the weight will start to shift into your hands. You may start to get a little bit of traffic or congestion with your body coming forward. That is okay. Keep reaching your hands through the floor. Try to take a few more when you think you have no space to. Allow them to get smaller and smaller, and we'll just arrive into a forward fold. No big deal. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Fingertips sprinkle onto the floor, pretty far out in front of you. You can have your blocks there. We will kind of change this up a bit. Lift up through the heels, drive the knees forward in space. Crouch curl. Pull your chin towards your collarbones and take a big inhale through the back of the heart. As you exhale, heels drive the ground, extend through the legs, pull hard forward in space, Ardha Uttanasana. Pull back in, inhale, crouch curl. Exhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Final one, pull in, crouch curl. Exhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Keep this. Press your heels down through the floor. You can have a bend through your knees and just gently start to smear your heels away and hover your hands off the floor. Rise all the way up to a stand. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a second here. Fan your fingertips out wide. Press the back of your skull back and just have a centering moment here in Tadasana. Perfect. Inhale, right knee into chest. Exhale, press your hands and foot away. Inhale, back right knee to chest. Exhale, figure four your legs. Inhale, right knee, right elbow, press, tap, touch, kind of like a floating tree. And then exhale, back to figure four chair 2 more times. Inhale, right knee, elbow, tap, touch, or have them reaching towards one another. And then back, exhale, figure four chair. Final time, right knee, tap, touch. Exhale, back to our chair. Right knee back in starting position. Exhale, kick it forward and press your right leg down towards the ground and fold. Pinky fingers lead up towards the sky. Left hand sprinkles out to the side. Right hand comes to the back of your calf. And then gentle lift up of the left leg towards the space behind you. Kind of like a standing splits, whatever you have right now. Left toes go towards the back of the mat. And take a bigger step out with the left hand and we'll bend into the left arm. Pop off the left arm, just cruise to the back of the mat, right hand down and bend deep, sink to the inside of your left hip. Pop off, come forward in space and bend into the inside. We'll pop off forward, pull the left knee in towards the chest. That's just warming up here, back into our gaze. And we're here on the other side. Let's take an inhale here just to reset. And then exhale, ground the right foot down through the floor. Inhale, drive the left knee up higher towards your chin. And then exhale, extend everything away. Pull it in, find our inhale. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, knee, tap, touch, squeeze out towards the side. And then exhale, back to figure four. Inhale, knee, tap, touch, press into one another. And then exhale, figure four. Inhale, knee to tap, touch. Final one into our figure four. Left knee back in starting position. Big inhale. Exhale, kick it away from you. Cross left leg on top of the right. Bow and fold. Pinky fingers lead towards the sky. Right hand finds the place to the outside of the right mat. Left hand finds your left ankle bone or shin bone as you kick the right leg up towards the sky. Send right toes towards the back of the mat. Bend deep into the right elbow. Left hand can come to the sacrum and kind of cruise back to the back of the mat. Left elbow, cruise to the inside. Getting into our hip and working a deepening effect as we come to the front of the mat. Bend deep. Pop off right knee into chest. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press everything away. Inhale, draw back up. Exhale, figure four chair. Pull back up, elbow to knee, big inhale. And then exhale, figure four chair. Right knee back in starting position. And then exhale, kick everything away as you fold and bow. Pinky fingers lead. Left hand finds the ground. Right leg kicks up towards the sky. Reach towards the back of the mat, bend deeper into your elbow and knee. Pop towards the back, cruisy, cruisy. Pop towards the front. Stay here. Plant your left hand and then kick your left leg through. Tap your left toes. Lower down onto your seat. Left leg stays extended. Elbow tips will find the ground. Robot your arms. Press your right heel into the floor and lift up through your glute. Fan through your toes. Lower your hips down. Rise up, squeeze the glute. Lower down. One more time, raise the roof. Come forward. We'll do a little rock and roll motion here. This is where we might need our blocks. We will go through this with a flow state, so just know that. Rock, roll forward, come forward. We'll pop off however you'd like to. You can bring your mat with you like I just did. We're coming into a warrior three. So hold on, come back down. Let's give this a go because I really want everybody to kind of get this sensation. Blocks are really helpful, usually level 2 or level 3. So if we're here, left leg extends up towards the sky. We can rock and roll, create a little momentum, push and rise our left leg through. Maybe it stays in a more of a straighter fashion. Supported warrior three. Oh, fun, fun, fun. Pull the left knee in towards the chest. We are on the other side. Great. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press everything away. Inhale, back up. Exhale, figure 4 chair. Bow deeper. Draw it up, elbow to knee, tap, touch. And then back we are in our figure 4 chair. Starting position, left knee into chest. Exhale, kick away to crisscross and fold. Pinky fingers lead. Right hand finds the ground, left hand finds your ankle. Kick the right leg up. Right toes towards the back of the mat. Torso falls to the inside of the left leg. Go towards the back of the mat yet again. One arm, little push-up thing. And then go towards the front. Push away to create the space. Kick your right leg through. Maybe tap your toes. Sit bones down. Roll to the back body. Triceps press. 3 glute engagements. Rise up, press, and lower. Rise up, press, and then lower. One more rise up, press. And here, go ahead and start the rock and roll. Maybe your blocks are already there up at the top. And supported warrior three. Big exhales help us with this motion. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Exhale, push everything away. Pull it in. Figure 4, get deeper into your hips. Inhale, draw, elbow tip to knee. Can you lift the right knee up a little bit higher? Exhale, figure 4, sink left hip back in space, fan your right toes. Draw it back up, right knee in towards chest. Kick the right leg. Left fingertips find the ground, left leg up towards the sky, sort of standing splits. Toes reach back, sink to the inside. Pop it off, sink to the inside. Go back forward, sink to the inside. Kick left leg through. Glide back, reach forward, turn on through your core. Become more mindful with each movement. One glute bridge to hold. Fan your left toes. Press down. Can you lift your left hip up to be a little bit more even with your right for a fun challenge? Lower down, rock and roll, create some momentum. Left leg slips all the way back to a supported warrior three. Lift back body, navel away from the floor. Pull left knee into chest. Rise to a stand. Press everything away. Draw it back in, figure 4 your chair. Sit bones back in space. Draw it back up, left elbow to knee. Bring the left knee a little bit higher. And then figure 4 your chair. Back up, starting position. Press everything away and crisscross to fold. Pinky fingers lead. Right hand down, left hand to ankle, right leg kicks up. Right foot all the way back, bend. All the way back, bend, forward, bend, kick right leg through, tap, touch. Reach forward, roll all the way down, fan the right toes. Lift up, press evenly through the right foot, lift your right hip up a little bit higher, fan through your right toes. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Rock and roll, come forward, find your blocks, glide, and lower down. Gently come into a forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows. Release your elbows, take your blocks off to the side, take your fingertips down towards the ground. Crouch, curl, pull the knees in towards the chest. Inhale through the back of the heart. Exhale, heels down, Ardha Uttanasana. Hover your hands, rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms through heart center and to the side. Inhale, circle sweep, press through the heels, length through the side body. And then hinge forward, press your heels out and away, and start to create a long spine as you find the ground. Crouch, curl, pull the knees in towards the chest, and then just a quick jump back into a chaturanga. Extend back up, plank pose. Lower the knees, chest, chin to hover. Pull back and press into our spinal wave. Hands are at the low ribs and not coming into an upward facing dog. Press back into a downward facing dog. Right leg rises as you arrive. Drop left forearm, tent right fingertips. Breathe through the right side body. Feel everything kind of start to expand and grow. Take a big inhale. And exhale, left forearm will lift, right knee towards the right tricep. Great. Lower, press your right ankle on top of your left knee and figure 4 downward facing dog. Roll forward and lower down into a figure 4 tabletop pose. Inhale, pull the heart forward in space. And then exhale, press the ground down and away, dome and round. Inhale back to neutral and slide your left leg back so we're in a weird figure 4 plank E type of thing. Tent right fingertips, roll over, Anuttanasana, reach right fingertips towards the back of the mat. Big inhale. Exhale, press right ribcage up towards the sky, reach left hand through the floor. Lower down for 2 more times, reach. And then big exhale, over the body, rainbow. Lower down for a reach. And then a big exhale, rainbow. Stay here or lift your left elbow, knee to your elbow, tap, touch. And then glide your left leg back behind you, keeping it hovering. Great. Left foot will plant. We're moving into a Vashisthasana with a figure 4 legs. So all we do is pull the right leg up, figure 4. So right leg is figure 4 on top of the left. Great. Right knee can reach up towards the sky. We're just taking 1 big step forward. Pop off your left hands. Sink hips down low. Lengthen the tailbone. Kind of feel like a looseness in through the arms and more of like a dumping into the legs of a grounding effect. Press down more through the left big toe mount. And then work a straightening effect through the left leg without allowing too much to happen with our pelvis. Left hand comes to navel, right hand comes to the lower back. Start to lean the weight forward in space. Roll over the ball of the back foot. Lift up into a warrior 3 position with a really big bend into the right leg. Great. Extend through the right leg. Lift up higher through the back of the heart. Reach left toes back, hands find the nape of the neck. Reach back kind of like we're holding that football or diamond leg shape. Take a big inhale. Exhale, pull the elbow tips away from the left heel and expand. Reach forward, thumbs find heart center. Come back into our warrior 3. Left toes will tack behind the right. Hands find the nape of the neck. Snap the thighs in towards one another and reach elbow tips up. Take a big inhale. We'll come into that stork pose. Left knee drives in towards the chest like we did, and we'll crouch curl with the spine. So pull elbow tips down. Lower the left toes. Thumbs find the nape of the neck. Open into a chair pose. And then exhale, bow back down, crouch curl. Knees drive towards your collarbones. Inhale, halfway lift, spine and gaze grows long. And then exhale, crouch, curl. Hands plant, push back into a chaturanga. Back up into a plank pose. Lower knees, chest, chin to a hover. Spinal wave, cat the spine, down. Hands find the low ribs, press up into our soft up dog. Exhale into a downward facing dog. Left leg rises, drop right forearm, 10th left fingertips. Have a second here to breathe. Pop off the right forearm, left knee drives towards left tricep. And then cross figure 4 downward facing dog. This should feel more familiar as we move through it. Come forward, figure 4 tabletop pose. Inhale, drop the saddle of the back. Exhale, press down and away into cat. Inhale, back to normal, to neutral, step the right leg back, 10 left fingertips. Roll towards the right side body, Anuttanasana. Left arm reaches. 3 pushes with the right arm. Find an exhale, rise and lift, rainbow the side body. Lower down, reach left fingertips. Push dome and round and reach, rainbow through the left side body. And then lower it back down to reach. This time, push dome and round, find the space. Left foot drives down through the ground, right knee towards the right tricep. Feel this kind of connection driving up, up, up. And then extend the right leg back behind you. Find a place where the right foot can land, and then work our way into a fun little transition into a figure 4 Vashisthasana. And if it gets confusing, your body is actually set up there, so hopefully it'll be able to find its way. But if it's lost, left leg on top of right into a figure 4. Next transition, left foot steps to the top of the mat. Slow, fast, doesn't matter, whatever you'd like. And rise off your hands. Allow your arms to feel heavy. Create a deepening effect into your legs. Bend into your right leg. And then press down through your right big toe to find an extension through the right leg. Right hand comes to navel, left hand comes to sacrum. Start to lean the torso forward. Roll over the back of the back foot and come into a crouching warrior 3. Bend deeper into the left knee, lift up from the right inner thigh. Press through the left leg, rise up a little bit higher. Can you squeeze back body to lift you away from the floor? Right toes back to the back of the mat. Reach your arms big and wide as they find the back of your head. Thumbs at the nape of the neck. Drop your right knee down towards the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, extend through the right leg. Feel a big stretch along your right side body. Thumbs come to the heart space. Lean back forward into our warrior 3. Tack the right toes right behind the left, kind of like you're on a little slack line. Arms come up overhead, thumbs to the nape of the neck. Gas pedal your right foot. Drive that energy as you squeeze your legs together so your heart opens up towards the sky. Elbow tips reach away from your toes. Find this inhale. We'll come into the crouch curl stork pose. Right knee in towards the chest. Fan your right toes. Chair pose, thumb to the nape of the neck. Open up through the heart. And then big exhale, dome and round, cat curl. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, find that length. And then exhale for the couch curl. Hands find the back of the mat, lower to chaturanga, push back up plank, knees, chest, chin to lower. Spinal wave down towards the floor. Hands press, rise. Glide it back, downward facing dog. Let's get a little cruisy with this, and then we will call it a day. So I think we can kind of flow through this a little bit more, getting to know it. Right leg lifts, drop left forearm. Right knee, right tricep, left forearm lifts. Figure 4, downward facing dog. Roll forward, tabletop pose, one cow, and then another cat. Left leg glides back, 10 fingertips, Anatanasana, sit bone down. Big arc through the side body. Left knee, left tricep, tap touch. And then glide it back in space. Lower the left foot to ground, figure 4, Vashisthasana. Big step forward with the right foot. Torso rises, bend both knees, sink down low. Press down through the big toe, extend. Left hand to navel, right hand to sacrum, lean and roll over. Lift left leg, keep a bend into the right. Extend the right, lift higher through the back body. Left toes back in starting position, thumbs to the nape of the neck, bend both knees. Extend the back knee, elbow tips grow away. Palms to the heart, lead forward, rise, bent knee, warrior 3. Left toes come behind the right into our slack line, thumbs to the nape of the neck. Squeeze the thighs in towards one another, reach, reach, reach. Crouch, curl, stork pose. Left foot lands, ground down, open up into your chair. Crouch, curl, hands to the ground. Heels lengthen down and heart goes forward. Crouch, curl, back again. Hands find the ground, back to a chaturanga, press back up to plank. Knees, chest, chin, and spinal wave. Lower down, hands to the heart space, softening into an up dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Lower right forearm, left knee lifts. Big pop forward, left knee tricep, right arm lifts. Figure 4 your legs, drop them down in space. One cow and one cat. Come back, sneak right toes back, 10th left fingertips, Anatanasana. Big reach, lift up. Right knee comes to the right tricep, pull and lift. Send it back behind you. Plant it, figure 4, Vashisthasana. Big step forward. Peel right hand away deep into the hips. Press through the right big toe and find a length through the right hip. Right hand to navel, left hand to sacrum, lean forward, roll over. Bent knee, warrior 3, move slow, conscious. Extend left leg, lift up the right inner thigh. Right toes back, starting position, thumbs to the nape of the neck, bend both knees. Extend right leg, move hands away. Pull the palms to heart center. Lean forward into a bent knee, warrior 3. Great. Right toes to the back, little slack line, hands to the nape of the neck. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, crouch, curl, right knee and elbows to touch. Lower right foot back into our heart opener. And then big exhale, crouch, curl. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, crouch, curl. Hop back through our chaturanga. Press up. Knees, chest, chin. Spinal wave onto the floor and have a second. Take your forehead onto your head, your hands. And then peel your knees away and just give some gentle sways from side to side. Release your toes down towards the ground. Bend your left knee up towards the side of the mat. Reach your right arm towards your left knee. Open into a spinal twist. Gently close this off. Switching sides. Bend your right knee, stretch your left arm towards your right knee, and open yourself up. Great. Come back. Bring your legs together. Glide back into a completely supported child's pose. So knees together, ankles together, and reach your hands towards your heels. Roll up the spine and allow the hands to come to your thighs, tracing the crown of the head over top of your hips. You can close down your external gaze. We're going to close class with 3 breaths. And as always, if there's anything you need to lengthen or extend, please feel free to do so. As a group, a collective consciousness, exhale the breath out of the system. Draw an inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Subtle pause. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing palms heart center in reverence to the people and to those that have practiced many centuries long before us, bowing our brain in reverence and respect to those people. That today we get to practice and bring forth the knowledge that was brought to us and pass it forward to those that we are teaching. Thank you so much for coming and practicing with me today. Until next time, friends, be well.